Well, well, well. It's been 100 days that we've lived under the Soviet Bolshevik dictatorship of the Zoe the Jew killer. He does not like the Jews. He frames everything as the Jews are committing genocide in Palestine. Seeing how there's 2 or 3 million Jews and about 10 billion Palestinians, the Jews are not good at genocide. Uh, to the river, to the sea, get rid of all the Jews, yes sirree. Now, this is what has happened. What we have to do really is deport these bastards, these commie monsters, who want to destroy Israel. That's it, and beat up Jewish children. It's unbelievable. And let me tell you something, it's a Palestinian problem. Wherever the Palestinians go, trouble follows, trouble follows. Because basically, I mean, when they went into Lebanon, they started a civil war. When they went into Jordan, they started a civil war. You notice that the Egyptians and the other governments are not letting them in. Why? Because they're human poison. That's obvious. They don't contribute anything. Think about all the Jews have contributed in science, the arts, in entertainment. What the Palestinians contributed? Little face masks. This is unbelievable. But these guys are getting away with this because they brought them away. They were more self-centered, and you got to blame the liberals and the many who were Jewish for letting these bastards in. See, it's something unbelievable about Marxists. No matter how much murder they do, they call everybody else a fascist, and nobody wants to live under them. Everybody's running away. But their complaint is you didn't let them steal enough. You didn't let them redistribute the wealth enough. That's what they try to do. And now his wife, who hates the Jewish people, and then Ziskan Boom Bombay killed the Jews on October 2nd. It's unbelievable. And I blame the liberals. The liberalism, its logical conclusion is a horrifying thing. It destroys the very fabric of humanity because it goes against nature. And if you go against nature and God, you can't win. You can't win. You win temporarily. It's losers winning, and when losers win, they make themselves lose in the end game. Uh, and I love the international court, which says what we're doing in the Saudi Arabian and the peninsulas of Iran is illegal, and absconding with these leaders of these tyrants in Venezuela. You know, sovereign nation bullshit. I can't understand what, there's no such thing as a sovereign nation when you're committing genocide and murder in your country and you're trying to kill us. You're waging war against America. It's not going to go. We're going to blow you up. And then I love what Trump is doing. He has a new negotiator every 3 hours when he blows up the current Iranian regimes. They're all getting blown up. They didn't expect this. They didn't expect a man to be in president of the United States. He's going to make an arc of the Trump. It's going to be twice as big as the Paris arc of triumphs. That's my Trumpy. My Trumpy, I love that man. Oh, Trumpy, I love you. Now, Frisco is learning. Frisco is actually getting a little bit, they're clearing up the homeless and doing certain things. They gotta. Come on. How can you live under liberalism and cesspools like that? The whole place is a drug den, for the homeless and for malcontents and crazy people and drug addicts. They destroyed the most beautiful city in the United States. It used to be a little decorative. The gays had an influence, but they didn't have an over influence, and they made it decorative. And hippies, they were nice. They were not bad. But these people, they never understood. They had no morality. Talk about morality, not reality. That a congressman who's a rapist, he tried to make it so that Trump and also some of the Supreme Court guys with a rapist. And all the while, he's grabbing and doing with prostitutes and Chinese spies, and then raped a woman. He's outright. He's gonna go to jail. Oh yeah, yeah. What a bastard! The farter. That's what he should be called. If anti-U.S. protests are artificial, what we gotta do is get rid of all these guys who are anti-Trump. It's, ex-hippie, it's a lot of hippie babes going through midlife crisis and stuff like that. That's what's happening. Mm. It's a crazy world. Crazy world. Powerful dementia, it's true. Because you got your creative impulse and you're using hell as a crutch. It's no good. You have to do it yourself. You have to create. And that's tough. We'll have in time the robots will be doing everything. And you won't use the crossword puzzles. You use the robots to help yourself. Ah, I feel sorry for that guy. Police brutality is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. What they need, this drug pusher was escaping, and the policeman bravely hit him with a ice box. He killed him. And it should have been no problem because that's what the police do. They stop drug pushers from invading an area. But that commie man, hating socialist judge, he hates policemen, so he wanted to make an example of him and put him in the jail for 8 years. It's bad enough that our police are being hit by snowballs with rocks in them. I'd say they should have shot him. Look, I'm a little bit of a law and order man, and I feel that if you shoplift and use violence, you should be shot. If you carjack, you should be shot from 12 on up. That's what you do. Yeah, look at this stuff. Defense misjudged. They thought they were dealing with a human being. But let me tell you something, you liberal judges. You don't got enough military backing you up. Because that guy should go in jail, that judge. All liberal judges should be put in jail. And civil liberties should be outlawed. Because right now it's a civil liberties communist union. Always was, though, really. Defended the communists in the beginning. Ah, no, no. Charlie Kirk was one of the greatest men in history. And he was murdered by the gays, by the transgendies, transgendi conspiracy. And don't tell me it was one man who did this. They all knew it. They all were in the cahoots. And that'll come out in the wash. One day, it's going to come out in the wash. This whole transgendi movement, the backed up, they're going after nuns now. They want the nuns to say do, they, those also, and violate their religious oaths. My God, this has to stop. We've gotten them out of the White House, but we haven't soaked them in the Rainbow Coalition from a lot of the country. It's like the Scientology 101, only they castrate kids. There's no such thing as transgenderism. It's only mental illness and people who are confused and being brainwashed. Are transgender kids. What the hell are they talking about? As if that's such a thing. Guy goes in drag and he goes after women's sports and destroys it. And cops feels in the bathroom. Well, it's not going to work, my friend. Not with Donald Trump around, not with God. God's again yet. It's true. Arcady Trump. Oh, I love Donald Trump. Wives Tattle and Strife. Yeah, here's some wife he's got there. She's a good looker, but she's a communist and a Marxist and a Jew hater. Woke church, saying some, and they had the first war, the quarter war. The war is maybe part of the human condition. There's a bunch of apes. What happened is they had a bunch of apes that were two factions. The factions broke up when the male apes died, who used to go between them. Now they're at war with each other, and I believe the women. You can't have women in charge of things. They get all dramatic. It's true. It's a true fact. The world has gone crazy. Energy drink helps somebody. Can you believe that? An energy drink. It kills somebody. Too much energy drink. These young people, I don't know what's happening to their immune systems. I tell you, it's crazy world. Play okay for now. They got those poor basketball, what was they, soccer players? They didn't want to kneel for the national anthem of Iran because they're murdering everybody and oppressing women as none before when they took totalitarian state. No, they're alive for now, but we don't know how for long. They might be hung, their families oppressed. But let me tell you, Iranians, mullahs, we should call them mullahs because the Iranian people are not bad. They want to overthrow these tyrants, these totalitarian bastards. Oh, they blew a whole huge change. Yeah, they blew, oh yeah, the blew, because they keep on calling everybody a Nazi and then getting people beat up and hurt. That communist thing, let me tell you something. The communists killed a lot more people than the Nazis did. They outdid them. And it's a virus that infects every country. It's true. They always have somebody who wants to be a commie. It's like Jason. He keeps coming back, and no matter how many times it discredits itself. Yeah, we got a dirty lesson here. They killed 100,000 people for assisted suicide. It's becoming a death house in Canada. Of course, people who don't acknowledge the unborn is alive and human beings and with souls can't acknowledge some old person who's in a little pain or somebody's a little depressed. They want to get rid of you just so because you're a burden to society. My God, what's going on in this country? What's going on with the world? Yeah, Sewell, that's the guy. He goes with prostitutes and no spies, and then he picks on our Supreme Court justice. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy world. I don't know what to do. But we're gonna go to war. I'm hoping we're gonna go to war. I hope it's just this fist fight. I think a bunch of right wingers could defeat the left wingers in the end in a fist fight. But the violence that the left is upon us, oh my God. They're such horrible people, the left. Idiots. But they're gonna be good. That's it. It's gonna be over for them. Over, over, over. We're gonna shut you down. We're gonna shut you down. All hail Mr. Trump.